Well, tree people and homeowners, I couldn't help but video this quick little situation in this black oak tree up at Bass Lake, California. I'm on my vacation and notice how not to cable an oak tree together. So here we have two trunks. The crotch down here actually isn't that bad. And they decided to wrap this cable around the trunks of the tree, causing restricted flow of nutrients through the cambium of the tree and putting this cheapo little aluminum turnbuckle in between. The tree will grow over the cables eventually, but this situation is bad for the health of the tree. Don't do that.
Oh, look at this little guy here. I was just walking around. Look what I found. What do you think's gonna happen to this beautiful little pear tree? Huh? What's gonna happen? Gosh, looks like it needs another brace. Big threaded rod through it, probably two of them. All right, we'll get on that. Well, I'm very proud of the work we did on this tree here. This big Chinese pistache, it's like a medium-sized pistache, was just about to be cut down because it had a gigantic split right down the middle. And I will show you what happened here. We did a little surgery on this guy and it's looking pretty good. It's looking really good, actually. So you can see here this giant crack down the middle. So what we had to do, whenever you have a cracked tree like this, first of all, you have to lighten it up. You have to prune the heck out of it. So obviously you don't want to climb it. And a lot of times what I'll do is put a big bull rope up in the canopy and tie it together to hold it together while you're working on it to make it safe. Once you've got a bull rope up in it, then you can make a lot of big cuts, which you can see we did here. These are healing over. Amazing. Wow, who made that cut? And the canopy is actually filling out again, but this thing was all the way down on the ground before. And you can see we had to make some pretty big cuts to lighten up both sides. So what we did is once we had the canopy lightened up, we pulled it together with a come along and a bull rope and pulled it back together, and then inserted these all thread rods. We drilled through the entire trunk of the tree in two directions across this major section here that was cracked, and here you can see the opposite side where those nuts are still visible. These are going to be invisible one day and a major hazard for somebody with a chainsaw, but we were able to save this tree. This was a highly valued tree in the landscape, and I believe that this tree will be with them for another 20 years. You can see how it's actually grafting here again and growing together, and that's what we like to see. So yep, it's strong and healthy and happy once again. Okay, I need to talk some more about this nasty trunk right here. Now, most arborists would look at this and say, oh my gosh, this tree needs to come out, because yes, on that side it's leaning over this cool little tiny home, and this is where my wife parks her car a lot of times. So yeah, this big section over here is a major hazard, and this side over here is also leaning over an RV right there, and is also hazardous to that. Now, the only way this thing has survived the test of time is because of this big beefy cable that we put up in the tree. I think you can see it extending from that trunk to this trunk over here, and it has been there for more than 18 years and has been super solid. So we've had windstorms over 80 miles an hour in this tree, and so far we haven't lost anything. And so maybe that's just the grace of God, but I really think that trees can be managed and supported.